Today our group will present about the title Innovation Byte Generator. Our section is 03. Project group is 3G. My lecturer is Dr. Kumara. My friend of group is Nasir Ali, Muhammad Ashraf, Muhammad Rafiuddin, me Wanu Azim, and Izzuddin. I will present about the background of the project. The innovative byte generator can transform the energy and passion of cycling bicycle into electricity. The electricity produced will charge the battery while we ride the bicycle around campus or town. The innovative byte generator designed to power virtually any of our electronic or mobile device via USB connection. This is our problem statement. AC motor have shaft and bearing that need to be considered for its safety factor and bearing life. The motion begins with the cyclist weight that transfer through various moving parts such as pedals, sprocket, tire, and lastly the motor shaft, which need to be estimated and analyzed. Next is the objective. The first objective is to produce a system for innovative byte generators, such as how the motion will be transferred to various parts. The second one is to analyze the motor component by using FEM, finite element method, and bearing life calculations. The last one is to fabricate the innovative byte generator. The next is the scope of our project. The first scope is to propose a system for innovative byte generators, such as how the motion will be transferred to various parts. The second one is to analyze motor component by using FEM and bearing life calculation. This is the bearing component, bearing life calculation, and selection of bearing. For the motor shaft, strain, stress, safety factor, and cyclic loading. The last one scope of the project is fabricate the innovative byte generator, that is electrical circuit and mechanical part. After that, I will present about the project planning. This is our project planning. The first one is finding the approach project. The second one is evaluation of scope project, which is from week 1 until week 3, and for week 3 until week 5 we design project and analysis of the project. For the week 6 until week 12 we fabricate the project, and for whole of the semester we prepare video of the project, prepare group, and also prepare group report progress. This is our flowchart. First, we come up with 3 design, and then peer lecturer evaluation of drawing, propose a transfer motion for the system, and then we analysis. For the satisfy analysis, we decide whether suitable or not, and then if not, we come up with another analysis. And when it's satisfied, the fabrication begin, and gathering data from fabrication, and then final product, and the last one is submission of report.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Ashraf bin Yusuf. Okay, for my part, I will present about the list of material. As we know, this project have two part. Is part mechanical and electricity part. So for the mechanical part, we have 4 items. There is aluminium bar for the holder. For the aluminium bar, the dimension for the aluminium bar is 10 cm times 5 cm times 3 cm. 3 mm. And for the next item is we use the nut and bolt 8 mm. This item we use about 20 units. And the next material is we use small rubber and wheel. This material we use one unit only, and the last we use the reflector bracket, and we use one unit. This item is mechanical part to produce this product, and the next part is electrical part. For the electrical part, we use 10 item, and first is stepper motor capable of producing 233 watt of power. That is, we use only one unit. And the second is diode. We use 8 unit, and we use the resistor 1500 HM and 220 ohm. And we use the electrical wire about 1 meter, and we use the solder board, test board 1 unit, battery 2 unit, DC charger 1 unit, and box store. And the box store used to protect the circuit board, and the board used from the plastic board. And this is our electrical circuit. There is in the electrical circuit there are diode, capacitor, voltage regulator, switch, speed meter. Okay, this is our drawing for the electrical circuit. And this electrical circuit produced to generate the electric when the bicycle use. And this is our sketching design of the project. This is the first design. We put the design between frame and tire. And the second design, we put the product beside the tire. And the third product, we put upper the tire. This is design 3. And this is a CAD modeling for our product. And this one show the position of the product. This is one of our design. And for the budget plan, for the mechanical material, aluminium bar, budget plan about 10 ringgit, and the nut and bolt for 20 unit, the budget about 2 ringgit. Small rubber and wheel, use 1 unit, about 2 ringgit. Reflector bracket 1 unit, the price about 2 ringgit. For the electrical budget, we use the stepper motor for 1 unit, about 30 ringgit, and diode for 8 unit, about 4 ringgit. Adjustable voltage regulator 1 unit, about 3 ringgit. Resistor about 40 unit, we spend 1 ringgit. Electrical wire for 1 meter, we spend 2 ringgit. Solder board, test board, we spend 4 ringgit. DC charger 12 ringgit. And lastly, board 2 ringgit. Then from the budget mechanical and electrical, the total budget is 70 ringgit.
Nasi Ali bin Maksudi. My ID number is MA09029. So I will be explaining about the circuit, and then the component that has already soldered. This is the box So this go here. So I will explain about the component first. So circuit analysis, we using a PSpice program. This is professional. So as you can see, to make the AC current to direct current, we need diode. So we use diode type 1N 914. So we use it because it has two output, and then this is a voltage regulator 12 volt. This is the resistor 150 ohm, and then 220 ohm. So this is just the test for. So this is the tire. So the tire will go to the another tire. So this is the motor. As you can see, this one is type AC 220 asynchronous motor. So it will produce at low RPM 5 to 6 RPM 2.5 watt. So another one is as you can see, this is the budget plan. So stepper motor, diode, adjustable voltage regulator, solder board, as you can see, DC charger, box. So all 74 ringgit for total. So system analysis, vertical motion transfer. So this is also my part. So I will explain this. So estimation on the force of the driver from weight of the driver. So the force will be transferred to the pedal of 175 mm radius to the sprocket, and then to 150 mm radius to front sprocket. So from the front socket, then transferred to the second sprocket 50 mm radius to the tire. From the second sprocket is transferred to the small tire 16 mm radius. After that to the motor shaft 4 mm radius. So this is the summary. So this is the basic diagram. So number 1, number 2. So this is the transformation. This is the calculation for transformation. So as you can see, this is the estimated weight. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 120, 200 and 300. So the maximum is 300 because that is the Guinness World Record for fastest cycling speed. And because we use 300, because nobody can exceed 300, maybe 200, maybe 120 is more than enough weight to support the cycling motion. So as you can see, we convert the weight to force, and then from force we convert it to torque to the pedal, and then first sprocket, second sprocket, bicycle tire, small tire, and motor shaft. So this is the last transformation to the motor shaft, radius 4 mm. So I will do doing bearing calculation. So as you can see, bearing selection based on design of the shaft. Average person can cycle 60 to 34 km per hour, and world record cycling 153 km per hour top speed. So V equal to R omega, omega equal to pi over 60 times RPM. So V equal to R times 2 pi divided by 60 times RPM. So RPM, we got V times 60 divided by R times 2 pi. So we got the cyclist velocity 16, 24 and 143. So the RPM is 10,610.33, 15,915.49, 44,829.82. So when we're doing the estimation of the bearing, we need to calculate the life of the bearing. So we use LTAD. L10 is for 10 times 6 for normal cyclic bearing fatigue failure. And RD is the estimation 0.9 because ISO 281 1990 basic rating life of 1 million revolution. So A equal to 3 because it involves ball bearing type, Whirlpool parameter. So we taken it for mechanical system design, Whirlpool parameter from manufacturer 2. So X10 equal to 0.02, theta equal to 4.459, and B equal to 1.483. So ND 14 kWh because of not fully utilized and used almost 8 hours a day, and F equal to 1.2 for commercial bearing. So this is the calculation for XD and C10. So we got to find the XD first and then put the XD into C10. So the cyclic velocity, RPM, XD. Next, C10. So C10 I already calculated and then I summarized for 3 different speeds, which is 16, 24 and 140p. So this is kilometer per hour. So this one I already calculated C10 at 948 to 9.82 RPM. So the maximum velocity is 71.34. So we select the bearing based on the C10 calculated. So this is from SKF manufacturer. So as you can see, the C10 is a bit over the limit, and then when the C10 is over the limit, but we use the C10 that already given. So C10 already given is 345, 276 and 345. This is 4 different type of bearing. So deep groove ball bearing, we have deep groove ball bearing, deep groove ball bearing single row stainless steel, deep groove ball bearing single row solid oil. So this, when we want to buy a bearing, so this is the code number at the right. So we choose the most practical and lowest and cheapest type of bearing, which is deep groove ball bearing single row. So we can choose the largest estimating speed, which is 48,000. So we can choose from these three, 608Z, 608 and 608 RSL. So maybe around 10 ringgit because small ball bearing. So bearing is all the motor above bearing can be used in the motor, but it's practical to choose a rangeable price for higher speed rating. Therefore, we should choose 608 or 608 RSL series because it has high limiting speed and also high operating speed. So limiting speed and operating speed. So these two is highest for 608Z, 608 and 600 RSL.
Assalamualaikum and very good evening. My name is Muhammad Rafiuddin bin Ramlan, MH09083. I will continue the presentation from my group. Okay, I will present about the FEM shaft analysis. So the first step, we must declare the surface boundary condition. We put restriction at the end and at the middle of the shaft. And then we put the apply top
at the end of the shaft. For example, here we put 1.996 Newton millimeter. And then we put the surface force at the end, also at the end of the shaft. For this example, we put 50 Newton. Okay, from this shaft analysis, we determine two main characteristics from the analysis, which is the first is von Mises stress, and the second is the safety factor. So for the first result, we put in 1.96 Newton millimeter for top, and the force is 50 Newton. So from von Mises stress, we can get the maximum value is 1902. For the safety factor, we get is 128.8. Okay. For the second analysis, the top we apply is 2.3 Newton millimeter, and the surface force is 60 Newton. And then the von Mises stress, the maximum value is 2263.83. The safety factor is 67.6. And then the third analysis, we apply 2.32 Newton millimeter for top, and the surface force is 70 Newton. The von Mises stress, the maximum value we get is 2284.66, while the safety factor is 92.9. And then we move to the next analysis. The top we apply is 3.14 Newton millimeter, and then the surface force is 80 Newton. And from the von Mises stress, the maximum value we get is 3093.19. For the safety factor, we get 57.2. And then for the next analysis, we put 3.92 millimeter for top, and then the surface force is 120 Newton. From the von Mises stress, the maximum value we get is 3858.16, while the safety factor is 52.36. Okay, for the next analysis, the top we put is 4.71 Newton millimeter, and then the surface force is 200 Newton. So the von Mises stress, the maximum value is 4637.6, and then while the safety factor we get is 64.4. For the next analysis, we apply 7.85 Newton millimeter for top, and then the surface force is 300 Newton. From the von Mises stress, the maximum value we can get is 7752.2, and then the safety factor we get is 30.6. Okay, next is the power generation. The power generated during experiment were obtained by using multimeter, and then the input and the output power were obtained, and the efficiency of the motor were calculated at the end of the experiment.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Izzuddin bin Muhammad. My ID is MS09-105. Okay, today I want to tell about stepper motor. The stepper motor was connected to a small wheel, and this small wheel was has be attached to the tire, to bicycle tire, and this wheel will move. The USB generator use a stepper motor as a generator to produce the electricity. Is in generally any electric motor can be used as a generator, but not all motor are well strict as generator. The stepper motor was rated 24 volt. Two important aspects for this motor. First, the voltage rating of the motor need to match the 5 volt required by the USB port. Second, the amperage of the motor need to be higher, meaning there was more power potential in the motor. And then motor about rectifier here. Okay, in basic term, rectifier is change alternating current AC to direct current DC. The coil inside the stepper motor are energized as the motor spins, causing the current in the coil to alternator. This is the alternating current. The 5 volt need to the USB port need to be direct current. The rectifier, which is just a 4 diode, change the alternating current from the stepper motor to the direct current need for the voltage regulator. For the last part here is USB bike generator. The skirt will be attached to this adapter here, and then will be supply current to the USB to the charger for a phone and use for this charger. That's all.